So, hello, hope y'all are doing well. So, here's the thing we don't have any severe weather. Oh, that's weird. The bottom banner does not have the 2 for 22. I think it's because Wednesday is such a long month or a long day of the week. It has been a long day, by the way. I'm meteorologist Chicago Windler, and I just wanted to update you on the weather situation. No, we don't have anything severe. Yes, there are some nasty storms. They're starting to collapse, but I wanted to show you what they look like as they approach the downtown Austin area. Those of you who are joining me right now, the only damage report, if you will, that I've seen come across lately is Bluebonnet Electric is saying that 710 members west of Manor near the intersection of US 290 and Texas 130, the toll road, have power out. So it is indeed possible that you may be in a situation where your power's out, you're not sure what's going on. I also heard a report that some DirecTV customers are also dealing with, well, obviously, anytime the weather's bad, DirecTV tends to do that. But look at the ominous skies. This is from our Austin Frost Bank picture from our Chase Bank tower. All right, let's get to the radar. I'm going to kind of walk you through where things stand and where things are going. Now, in Austin, we have not yet seen officially measurable rain, but here at CBS Austin, we're not too far away from the domain, about maybe about a mile as the crow flies away from the domain. Hi Ken, how you doing? Light rain in Pflugerville, thank you for your report. And there was some pretty heavy rain that I could hear just a bit ago. It sounds like it was kind of a passing shower because it kind of came and went. 89 is the temperature in Austin, officially a trace of rain. The high temperature today earlier, 95 degrees. Jeff, good evening. Thanks for checking in. All right, here's a look at radar. One thing to note, no warnings. These are not severe storms, however, they are quite gusty. Let's see, National Weather Service says 40 to 50 mile per hour gusts are estimated. The outflow is beginning to accelerate down to the south and southwest into downtown and the airport area. So if you are perhaps in South Austin right now or Southeast Austin, don't be shocked if you're standing and it's quiet and all of a sudden the gust front comes whooshing in and brings with it some very strong gusty winds, which, by the way, some of those outflow boundary gusts may have been what caused the power outages in the area from Manor near US 290. All right, so in speaking of Manor, the worst of the storms have just passed you by, but I'm going to zoom in and show you where the heaviest rain is currently falling. It is East Austin, Weberville, heading toward the airport. Man, the airport has not had good luck today from this morning's power outage that snarled travel like crazy to, guess what? I'm sure they will do a ground stop because it is not safe for airport employees to be out in this type of weather with so much lightning going on. So they'll probably have a short-term ground stop while this lightning passes by, and then things will pick back up again. Andy, hi, long time no talk. Ebony, hello, says storming bad in East Austin. I bet that's right where this picture is being shown from East Austin right now. I'm going to go ahead and put it into current mode, and I'm just going to query how much lightning is with this. The storm doesn't have to be severe to still cause some big issues. And as we take a look, how many lightning strikes with this storm? 45 lightning strikes from Garfield to Decker Lake, anywhere East Austin along the 130 toll road, Highway 71, Weberville, Del Valle, Elroy, not too far away. It's just to the north. So next up will be Circuit of the Americas, Del Valle, Elroy, the airport, all getting in on this as it continues to push off toward the south and southwest. It's pretty slow in its movement, so let me go ahead and track for you and give you some times. It's only moving about 15 to 20 miles per hour to the south and west. So what that means is it's going to be at the airport right around 7:29. Current time is 7:27. Moore's Crossing at 7:33. Circuit of the Americas about 7:38. Elroy at 7:41. Onion Creek about 7:53, and Turnersville at about 7:56. Elizabeth says Spence is down. Oh goodness, that's not good to hear. All along your area. I will make a report to our newsroom so that they will know that there is some wind damage there in Manor. Thank you for your report, and I hope it's not anything more substantial than fences down and a few power outages, but I appreciate you passing that along. Let's see, Vicky says pouring at 973 and 130. Yep, that's right where the heaviest of these storms currently are. Beth, hello. You're very welcome for the update. Great Hills, Mary Kay, thank you for that report pouring there. Stephanie says that was fun. Had to get your rider off early in his lesson. Yeah, not fit for man nor beast, that is for sure. say hi to Kip for me. And I'm always thinking of anyone who's got dogs that are kind of skittish in storms. My heart goes out to them. My dogs don't seem to mind, crazy enough. Linda says just started raining in the Arboretum area. Thank you so much for that report as well. So that's the strongest storm, is this one that is currently right over East Austin. But I'll go ahead and do a radar tour so you can see where else there are some storms. This one that just developed over northeastern sections of Caldwell County between Dale and Lockhart. Only one lightning strike with it. Let me put it into motion though for you so you can see it literally developed out of nothing and is pushing quickly off toward the south and west. So Lockhart, this will be on your doorstep very shortly. It's going to pull across Highway 183 and make its way into western sections of Caldwell County, bringing with it brief heavy rainfall as well as the threat for some dangerous lightning. Let's take a look at downtown Austin, where I have a feeling lots of folks are probably getting pictures of those storms. You can see the heaviest rain is just east of I-35, but there's another cell, the one that Linda was talking about in the Arboretum area, that has popped up and is bringing heavy rain to northwest Austin, including the Domain, all along the Pennybacker Bridge, 360 overlook, not quite to Westlake, and then over near Steiner Ranch, just to the east of the Steiner Ranch area near Vandergrift High School. Lake Travis has seen some showers and storms push through, but currently it looks like they are just to the east. So let me go ahead and we'll zoom in and show some of the areas seeing the heaviest rain right now, just to the west of Mopac, basically. Spicewood Springs Road, Spicewood Parkway. There are not any road closures thus far from the rainfall, but it wouldn't surprise me with some heavy downpours if we see some quick rises in some streams here and there. And typically all of the low water crossings at Spicewood Springs Road are always places that seem to just be subject to seeing some of the issues there. Oh, it's saying poor network connection. That's gone now. Let's see if it'll let me zoom around again. Come on, computer. So I'm connecting through a different means than I typically do. Let me go back to the camera view, and then hopefully I can troubleshoot for you. But right now, no warnings. The only storm report that I have seen, aside from the one of fences down in Manor, is the power outages also in Manor. Fortunately, not seeing any hail of consequence. However, there is a little tiny hail signature showing up, and I'm zooming in on a different computer right now, showing up just east of I-35, not too far away from MLK. So just keep in mind that that is a possibility, that there may be some spots in East Austin that might get some very brief small hail, but torrential rain right now. It's made it to Del Valley. It looks like areas right along the 130 toll road are being inundated with very heavy rain, and anywhere basically east of I-35 as well. Seeing extremely wet conditions also. All right, let me get the computer back up for you, and then we can go back and do a little bit more of our radar tour, if you will. So here we go again. And we're back to the maps. And what I'm going to show you is the heaviest rain basically from northwest Austin, even like through areas like Westlake Drive, North Hills, Great Hills, Arboretum area, all getting in on the very heavy rain. It is skirting its way to the south and west. As we look toward Barton Creek, you have a little bit of rain there, and that will continue to fill in toward the south and west. Montopolis, you are getting lots of rain, heavy lightning, heavy rain. Garfield, now across the airport, you're also seeing that rain. I'm going to go ahead and put this into motion over the last hour so you can see the trajectory of all of this is pushing to the south and pushing to the southwest. So there you have it, the heavy rain continuing to pull across the area. Also, don't want to leave out Johnson City and Blanco because you've got some storms. They're not severe, but there is quite a bit of lightning that is currently pushing from Johnson City. It's moving along and to the south and west of 281, so it may nip Blanco, but especially areas of southwest Blanco County are likely to see some of the heaviest activity with this. I'm going to check on Facebook real quick just to confirm if there is an issue with the Facebook Live going up, because I'm not seeing any more of your comments. So I'm wondering if the station possibly ended up getting a power hit, and sometimes that can be what gums up the work. Nope, it looks like it is still streaming live. For whatever reason, your comments are not showing up. But aside from that, I still am able to see it here on my feed, so that's a good sign. So Johnson City, you've got some showers and storms. Let me go ahead and track those for you. Generally pushing off toward the south and west. The motion on these in general is about 15 to 20 miles per hour, pushing to the south and west. All right, so here we go through Blanco County, 746. This should be near Blanco, and it looks like the light rain for Blanco, areas of heavier rain farther toward the west. Jeff says we're here, and Beth says we're here. Thank you. It just sometimes when there are no comments filtering in, it makes me wondering if I'm just talking for the sake of talking and not actually getting the information across to everyone. So thank you so much. Also, as we look farther to the north, all of this is because of a cold front passing through. As we look farther to the north, it's pretty quiet. So this probably will be, by and large, the bulk of what we get through the night. Most of the rain should wrap up by around 10:30, 11 o'clock. And after this, most areas will probably be totally quiet for the next 7 days. I will say with one caveat, which is as we look ahead toward Thursday afternoon, I have a hunch areas along Highway 77 may yet see a storm or two. Kevin, doing well. The dogs, as far as I know, are well. I haven't been home to see them in quite some time. All right, so I want to also we'll look at the hail tracker in just a second. So looks like the heaviest of the storms have now cleared Williamson County. They are still working their way through Travis County. It looks like downtown Austin has basically been right between heavy rain. So on the eastern edge of downtown, heavy rain points east. Northwest of downtown, heavy rain all along the 360 bridge, Highway 360. And now let's take a look. I think I put the hail tracker in here too. Looks like the storms have cleared for those of you in Milam County. I got a report from Detmold, which is in far southwest Milam County, of about a quarter of an inch falling there. Lisa says, rain, you weren't told. Love the rain we weren't told we would get. I said a 30% chance. So, I mean, that is not saying that you weren't going to get it. It was saying that there was a chance you would get it. Okay, there might be a little tiny hail core. Let me go ahead and stop this and we'll zoom in. And if there is to be any small hail falling, this is not the kind that's going to damage anything, but it is a little bit of small hail that looks like it's right near Montopolis, about grape size. So this would be southeast of downtown, not too far away from 7th Street and north of Highway 71. There may be a little bit of hail. If any of you live in that area and can safely confirm for me if that is indeed happening where you are, I'd appreciate the report. Okay, there's been a 33 mile per hour wind gust reported out at the airport. As I mentioned, the storm over Johnson City could have some gusty winds and hail. And a new cell, the one that we were talking about over Great Hills, is starting to intensify, so we're keeping a close eye on that. So currently the three areas are Johnson City, Northwest Austin, and East Austin for the heaviest rain and storms, east to southeast Austin. So this is basically the lay of the land. There's a cold front that's dropping through, and I have a hunch it may be even a little bit farther south. It is indeed. Let me go ahead and clear this so you can kind of see where the front is currently, and that's basically the trigger for the storms that we're getting is this cold front that's draped across our area. As it shoves south, it will take with it our big rain chances. So we are probably not too far away from being pretty much done with the storm activity. We are technically in a level 1 of 5 severe risk. The biggest threats would be isolated large hail and isolated damaging wind gusts. So the Manor area appears to be the area that has taken the brunt of things thus far. Some of you may be looking outside and seeing some pretty nasty looking clouds. If you do have any cloud pictures you are willing to share, you can certainly post those and send them our way. I'll try and use some of them tonight on the news, time permitting. Here's a look at radar, high-res radar for where things may progress through the rest of this evening. Current time is 7:37. At 8:30, there may be some storms still rocking and rolling across parts of Travis County and Point South, although based on the current trend, I almost think this would be a little farther to the south by that time. So I don't necessarily know we're going to see additional development farther to the north that moves in. Instead, I have a feeling from Austin Point South is where things are really going to be centered from here on out. Meantime, as we head toward 10:30 or so, everything is sinking south south of Highway 290. And then finally by about midnight tonight, that's it. That's the end of the rain. One other thing I do want to do is I want to go back and look at some of the rainfall estimates because I know some areas have seen some pretty good rainfall. So this is going to be a look at the 24-hour rainfall totals from the LCRA and also from the GBRA, the Guadalupe Blanco River Authority. So let me pop those up for you and we'll take a look at some of the latest and greatest as far as rainfall totals. So it looks like really the I-35 corridor has seen some of the heavier amounts thus far. Of course, earlier Milam County saw some good areas. Anything that you see in the green is going to be 3/4 of an inch or greater. South Austin earlier with the 1 o'clock storms that pushed through picked up about 1.22 inches of rain. 2900s in Northwest Austin earlier, about a ½ inch just to the north of Weberville. But I'll also query for you the Manor area, just east between Manor and Elgin along Highway 290, 1.2 inches radar estimated. And it looks like Hayes County has really seen some heavy rain. Earlier, 1.76 inches of rain. That's at Rim Road in southern Hayes County with some really heavy storms that pushed through. I think those were right around 3 o'clock or so. 1.3 inches here and 1.6 inches there. So yeah, we have seen some pretty good rainfall. Now, once these storms push through, I've actually got not a lot to tell you because it looks like it's going to be a pretty quiet trend. So let me go ahead and pop up the 7-day forecast for you. National Weather Service has just put out a new statement talking about those strong storms in Blanco County, the ones that are moving through Johnson City and now pushing to the south and west. So they say strong thunderstorms possible through about 8:15. Current time is 7:39. So today the high temperature made it to 95 degrees, forecasting temperatures at or above that for the next 7 days. So even though technically today we're getting a cold front and Sunday we'll have another cold front, they are cold fronts in quotes, as in unlikely to bring heat relief. However, mornings are going to be a little bit more comfortable and humidity will also be a little bit more comfortable. So those are the two little silver linings. And of course, we do need rain. We're getting some rain in some spots, at times heavy this evening. And then we'll look ahead to mostly sunny skies from there on out. All right, I am all set. As far as the latest and greatest, a 37-mile-per-hour gust just reported out at the airport, that coming in from the National Weather Service just minutes ago. Just for perspective, anything that is considered severe wind gusts would be 58 miles per hour or greater. So we're not talking that windy, but it is going to be enough for you to notice as these windy gusts come out on the leading edge of these thunderstorms. And also when the thunderstorms collapse, they also will send out winds, and that can also cause some localized wind damage from time to time. So be safe, take care, check in tonight at 10. If anything should come up where things worsen, I'll hop back on. I'm hoping, though, that we're just seeing these storms kind of push through right now and that things will kind of settle down in the next hour or two. All right, with that said, thank you so much for checking in. See you tonight at 10 and take care. And you can always find our weather forecast and information online, cbsaustin.com, or download our CBS Austin weather app. Take care.